Alright, what's up everyone? Sean here and welcome to another channel update. It feels like the last channel update seems really recent, feels like. You know, it's just weird how much time flies nowadays. I guess, you know, later in the year, I guess time just flies by faster and faster, seems like. But anyways, this is indeed for June. And as you can tell, I'm a little ragtag. I just came back from the gym, so kind of excuse me on that. And it is cold. It's like it's the start of May, and yet I'm wearing a sweater at night in California. It's like usually it's the start of summer, and you should be able to feel the heat at least. That's how it was like at least 10 years ago or something. But I guess times change or climates change or something. Who knows? But anyways, this is indeed for May. There are some stuff I do want to talk about, especially just happening today. So, not exactly exciting, but I will get to that in a bit. So, as always, this is like a vlog for some of you who like watching these, just to see the updates and reviews or overview, whatever, for what we did in April, what I did in real life, and also for the channel, and just everything else I did for April, and what we're gonna do in May as well. And again, I definitely have some things to talk about for this time around. So let's just get the real stuff out of the way, get the bitter, grim part of this video, I guess you can say. So for those who are wondering why I say it like that, it's because today, as I woke up, I found out, and it comes with some great sadness, that my pet rabbit, Pepper, has passed away this morning. So as soon as I woke up, right around noon, I found out the hard way. So, but I'm not super surprised. I'm not super sad about it. I am bummed. Definitely. I do feel that hitting me, especially when I first found out. But it does come with no surprise, or little surprise, because he was getting old. He was just about 8 years old. When he first came here, he was about 5 months. He came around October, so that means around his birthday was around somewhere around May or April even. So we're not 100% too sure, but it's pretty much around May. So he was pretty much right at 8 years old. So, but either way, that's pretty old for a rabbit. And usually, from what I heard, rabbits do tend to live from 3 to 5 years on average, if they're even lucky at that. So, and I learned that the hard way, because we actually had another rabbit before, not at the same time, obviously, but we had another rabbit, just a regular white domestic rabbit. Funny enough, we actually found her at a park, at a community college, which is kind of known to have some rabbits running around. I don't know how it is nowadays. It's been years since I've gone back there, but we found her, or rather my sister found her and brought her home, just because whatever, one day, and then we just eventually kept her, and that went on for 2.5 years. And she was actually a very active rabbit. She was very energetic and all that stuff. And we've come to learn the hard way that if you don't take care of your rabbit, they do die just like that. Like, really. They're quite bipolar, I would say, as well. But, of course, that wasn't that wasn't the cause of her death. It was just cancer in the uterus. So, pretty grim. And that was a very big eye-opener that night. And that was when we've come to learn that you have to have a vasectomy with these rabbits. So either spade, neuter, whatever. that's gotta get taken care of before you actually start owning a rabbit. So better to do it at a younger age, so that way they don't really feel it too much and they can go on with it. So learn that the hard way. But although when Pepper came in, um, I don't know why he was never neutered, but never happened. And luckily, no cancer ever occurred. However, as he was getting older, something occurred. Unfortunately, it kind of like grew over the past year or two. I would say it first like signs of symptoms or whatever were just random urination and stuff like that. He just started to just pee everywhere in the cage, of course, and he later on we found out that he actually had a hernia around the bladder area. So it started it started to grow, unfortunately, and that thing was unfortunately big. So, and we couldn't do anything about it. Even if we drain it, it will just come back again, and the doctors apparently didn't know how to do it. So, around at least the doctors within our area anyway. So, and apparently it was a rare occurrence for rabbits. Apparently, but that's what we were told, and we're just like, all right. And that's, Pepper was stuck with that for a pretty good amount of time, and it became harder and harder for him to do the things he did every day, and eventually, age definitely played a part as well. So with that, his legs grew weaker and weaker, so he just eventually was just sleeping all the time, and it was just it was kind of tough for him. So his days were numbered. That's what I come to realize as soon as I put those pieces together. When he's just sleeping all the time, his ears were cold. Usually, when rabbits' ears are cold, it's a sign of something like bad, something bad. Is happening with them, whether it's just like a stomach ache or some sort of like sickness or illness or some sort. Usually they're minor, but this time around, he was pretty cold. So, I came to the conclusion that his days were numbered, and of course, as of today, as I record this morning, he passed away. So, it was it was with great sadness, but at the same time, again, I will say this: not too surprised. He was getting old, and it was his time. So, I will definitely miss him. He was definitely a character in the house. He was kind of the polar opposite of our previous rabbit. Sunny was her name, and while she was very energetic, active, very social, just like, oh, pet me, like, and I'll lick your hand when you pet me and stuff. She was just very charitable. She was very giving, even, and very tough too, for a female rabbit as well. So, very kind of like an alpha mother, almost. And she definitely had these instances where she really wanted to build a little, like, not a nest, but you know what I mean, like a little, I don't know if it's a hut or a nest or something, because her motherly instincts were kicking in. So you know how rabbits are. So we had to calm her down at times, and she was just absolutely something special. Pepper was something special as well in his own right, but he, oh man, he was slower. He was a little klutzy, I would say. Kind of, like I said, kind of the opposite of Sunny. Pepper was, first off, he was a Holland Lope or something, so that means his ears are downward rather than up. So he had this like black overall, this like black fur going on with some brown and white underneath. Kind of an interesting um, color scheme. And I remember if it was either myself or my mom who named him Pepper, but definitely the idea came around his color. So, pepper, black pepper kind of has that brownish color to it as well. So we kind of came to accept that name when he first came in. But he he always like humped this one toy. You know how male rabbits are. This guy's, it's a boy rabbit, so how those rabbits act. So love to mount something and go out of town at it. So or go to town at certain things. But he always did that with a certain toy that we had for him, and it's really funny. It's like very specific too. It was like a Finding Nemo like pearl plush. If you don't watch Finding Nemo, you know what I'm talking about. Pearl, the little pink, I think cuttlefish or octopus, little small octopus. I think it's a cuttlefish, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like a fat little chubby squid slash octopus thing. I think it's a cuttlefish, but anyways, he he always had some sort of attachment to it, so he just absolutely went to town on that thing, and he stuck by that thing like all the time pretty much, and he just was so in love with that toy. I don't know, he was always licking it, of course mounting it, humping it, and just sleeping with it. It was just really funny. So but that was Pepper, man. He loved being pet. He had some social activeness, I guess. He was social enough to be pettable, excuse me, and he liked it. He loved, normally rabbits love being pet on the head, and this guy was no exception. So, but he was definitely one of those rabbits where, if you pet his head, if you stick your hand out long enough, he doesn't really lick your hand. I think a lot of rabbits do that, but this guy just didn't. He just loved being spoiled, and my mom and my sister definitely did that. So he definitely lived a pretty good life, a pretty good long one for a rabbit, especially. And well, gosh, oh, I remember he always had bigger like hands and feet. Like his feet were big, and comparing to our first rabbit, Sunny. But because of how his legs were, he couldn't run fast. So he just every time he runs, kind of just like whoop whoop whoop. It's like not fast. It's just I'll just say that much. And then whenever Sunny ran, it's like super fast. She was absolutely capable of running at great speeds and stuff like that. But Pepper was just like, in short bursts he is fast. Well, I guess at cruising speed he's a lot slower, I guess. I remember he always had a big head too. I love. I don't know. I compare him a lot to Sunny. He's just absolutely the complete opposite of Sunny for a lot of things anyway. But yeah, he hated being picked up. He loved the vacuum for some reason. Like whenever my mom put out the vacuum, he just didn't mind it at all. Even if the vacuum goes on him, which sometimes is good because they shed a lot of fur, and you want to take off the fur as much as you can so they don't get that hairball in their stomach because they don't vomit. So that's one way to take out hair. Just use the vacuum, I guess, if they like it. But Sunny hated the vacuum. She hated taking her fur off. She always wanted to keep it to herself. I guess she wanted to use it for the nest, but it has to come off, so she hated that. But Pepper didn't mind at all. He's kind of just like very mellow in comparison, and kind of overall calmer, I would say. And I definitely, I definitely like that rabbit to the very end, and he will be missed, and hopefully he can now rest without that big old hernia on his bladder, and he can just finally run free somewhere upstairs. So yeah, that happened today as I record this again. So that was quite a bitter start to the morning, but again, it's come with no surprise. But I'm still pretty bummed out. So again, you will be missed, Pepper, and hopefully you can rest easy and run free. So anyways, that's pretty much on that part. Real life stuff, really. Otherwise, work has been the same old, same old. Working out, same as well. Although, I will say that myself, Danny, and Mark were able to hang out on one Sunday, and we went to a some sort of like Chicago deep dish style like pizza place, and it was pretty good. It was like very like homemade, made from scratch kind of thing, fresh, nothing artificial, that kind of thing. Mozzarella cheese is dripping and melting and kind of stretching and stuff like that. That's the kind of pizza I love, and the sauce was very wholesome. Like it had like big pieces of tomato, chunky, like very chunky, and of course the crust, the pie itself was a little different from what I've eaten. So pretty nice little lunch, late lunch, and then we had some. I had a donut and some coffee after that too. That was pretty good. It was from like I think it was a Vietnamese donut place or something that Adam and Danny tried out before, and they really liked it. So I guess they really wanted to show that to us. So we definitely got a taste of that. So it was pretty good. I had the iced coffee to go along with that, and it was pretty good. So sometime after that, of course, right at the end of April, Infinity War came out. I was able to watch it with my other group of friends, Curtis, if you may have remembered from the Fist of the North Star Let's Play, and also the Wind Waker Let's Play. He was around, so we watched the movie together along with his girlfriend, and we watched Infinity War at the Cinemark, and well, all I can say for now is that, wow, that's all I can say, and I'll leave it at that. So expect a review a little later because Danny and Adam are actually on vacation. They're at Boston for some reason. I don't know. They really wanted to go to Boston, so they went there, and they'll be gone for a week. They'll be back Friday by the time I put this up. But so I guess 3 days or 2 days, no, 3 days from now. Excuse me, 2 to 3 days. Let's just say that as I record this. So they're spending a week at Boston. So that's that. So sometime hopefully soon after that, myself and Danny can sit down and talk about Infinity War. There is quite a bit to talk about. It's a big. I think it's the biggest movie of this year, in my opinion. At least for comic book movies, anyway, or superhero movies. Definitely blew the opening weekend, and it'll probably make a lot more money after that. So and I think it deserves that. But again, I will leave it at that, and I do want to talk more about that in the review. So hopefully you guys look forward to that, and we'll definitely gonna have to wait for that. So, but yes, I was able to catch Infinity War pretty soon after it was opened, and that is pretty much it on the real life stuff. So when it comes to the games I've been playing for April, I was playing Yakuza 6 and Monster Hunter as well. I already finished up all the recording stuff for Yakuza 6 for the review. I'm gonna make it a in-depth review, so you're gonna have all the history and all the edits and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get that together soon. I'd have to tonight. I have to gather all the footage and stuff like that, and and then of course put that all together and hopefully get that out soon, because I really was pleased with that game. I'll say that much, and you'll have to see how much I really loved it. So hopefully you guys look forward to that as well for Yakuza 6: The Song of Life. And like I said, Monster Hunter. I did play the gold monster, whatever, Terith, I think it was called, something Terith or something like that. Forgive me for the name butchering, but we call her the Golden Girl. So I did get some weapons from that. So I just kind of I get it, but wasn't really drawn into it too much. However, not too long ago, we did play the Dante event, which features Dante's costume if you played the event, and myself, Faka, James, and we had another person, and then he just suddenly left, and then another friend of ours popped in time so we can finish off the rest of the rest of Code Red, which is the event, and it was alright. I mean, Toaster or Teostra, whatever, he's a pretty big pain in the ass, I would say, but just as long as you have some sort of cool drink on you, and the flash pods, and also some spare flash bugs to make more flash pods, you should be okay. But it is still a pain in the ass to fight. But we were able to get enough materials to, or most of us anyway, got the materials to make the Dante costume and the weapon, which is a charge blade, I believe. So pretty cool. Maybe that's a time for me to try out the charge blade. I don't know. I haven't really tried that yet. I'm more like a gun lance and heavy bowgun kind of guy. So, I don't know. I mean, it'd be a pretty good time it'd be a good time to try it out. So, but look, I mean, it's neat that Dante is in there as a costume, and boy, oh boy, is that costume blowing away Ryu's, because in terms of like stats and stuff like that, my goodness, you can decorate it. It's got better defense points. Why? Why is Ryu's costume like that? Why is it low ranked? Please update that. I want to use more of Ryu's costume because it's just so cool. It just somehow works in Monster Hunter World, and yet it's bad in comparison to Dante's costume. Now there is Sakura's costume finally coming out in May 4th. Maybe by then they'll update Ryu's costume or patch it up or something. I don't know, because her costume is it's gonna have to be a lower rank costume. Otherwise, why? Hopefully it's maybe layered armor. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me anyway. But at least we have Dante. He's pretty cool. Maybe I'll get the gun emote thing with the Ivory and Ibani, and yeah, I think it was pretty neat to play. It is a nice little refresher on Monster Hunter. It does give me reminders of how much I loved it when it first came out, and it's definitely with friends. It does make a difference. So It was a pretty good time. And so yeah, so I've been playing Monster Hunter, and also Yakuza 6. But also I've also picked up Osu, or Os, and which is a PC rhythm game. You can use your mouse and stuff like that. You can also use a keyboard as well to play, and you can also play with friends to play along. So kind of a neat little rhythm game. I'm kind of casually impressed, I guess. I'll play it from time to time, but I'm just I'm just really waiting for Persona 5 Dancing Star Night or whatever. It's just, that game is infinitely better than that game. I don't know. I don't know. I love Persona too much, or Persona 5 anyway, and I'm just waiting on that game for too. So, but hey, it's pretty neat. They do have the songs that I do like, you know, including all the anime songs, all the other like cool like Hatsune Miku songs as well, and all that fun stuff. And also I've been playing a good amount of Grand Blue Fantasy, which is that, you know, mobile game. I do play it on my computer, so that's how I play it. And what else? And of course, I've been playing the other mobile games like Fire Emblem and Fate Grand Order. And yeah, I think that's it for April. So I think it's time for what's in store for May. So man, we're gonna go into 40 minutes as always, right? Probably. So anyways, May has some exciting things in store. So I will get that Yakuza review out. I will get that Infinity War review out as well, hopefully soon enough. So that'll be for May. The most exciting thing I can tell you guys right off my top of my head is we're gonna do a Let's Play of Detroit Become Human, which is the David Cage, one of those like story visual novel games or whatever. I want to say that, I mean, not visual novel, but you get what I'm saying. It's one of those like QTE-esque make your choice kind of story games. I forgot there's a term for it too, but can't name it right now. But you know what I'm talking about. It's David Cage. You obviously know what kind of game it is. So but yeah, so Detroit's coming out May 25th. So around that time, hopefully, we'll get that Let's Play going. And Josh and Todd are very much excited. I know I am, because I'm gonna love what they have to say about the game, and it's gonna be a gay old time. Anyways, actually, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what's coming up for May and for this channel anyway in May. So, I mean, of course, there's probably going to be some, you know, commentary videos. There's me always talking about some sort of topic. Maybe some other videos I can work on if I'm not too busy, because there's not really much for me to stream. So I'll probably just focus on YouTube. I'll probably do some like art streams or something like that for a little bit, at least for this month anyway. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We managed to make it under 40 minutes, so that's pretty much it for the channel update for May and the look back on April. So, man, again, it's like it feels like we're doing these like updates like so fast, right? But anyways, thank you guys so much as always for watching these videos, including this one, of course. If you guys haven't already, if you guys are new, welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos, including that Detroit Let's Play, the reviews, and all that fun stuff, or at least this month anyway. Hit that subscribe button, of course, hit the bell, and all that nonsense to get yourself notified, because YouTube is just ridiculous. You know what? I do want to make a video about that with YouTube, with what's going on and how much that has changed, whatever. Maybe that'll be sometime in May. But anyways, oh, and also, we'll have a Let's Talk Smash videos, more coming up for May. But I do have some topics with my friend Brandon to talk about with. And but anyways, yeah. So subscribe and hit the thumbs up and all that stuff if you like this channel. And if you have any comments, anything, any feedback or anything like that, leave them down below. Love to read them as always. And if you want to further support the channel, you can follow me on Twitter, or you subscribe to Loot Crate with my code in there. All that stuff is in the description below as always. There are ways to support the channel. So all that, again, is down below. So, again, this has been the channel update for May. We'll look back on April. Thank you guys so much, as always. Really appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.